My name's Thomas Kelly, Director of Retention here at Worcester State, and this is Welcome to Worcester State. Welcome to Worcester State is an online web show where each week we talk about the important topics that are part of a student's transition to Worcester State. This week, I'm extremely excited to be joined by Director of Student Accounts, Julie Carmel. Julie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, TK.
So can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and a little bit about student accounts here at Worcester State?
Sure. My name is Julie, again, the Director of Student Accounts. The Student Accounts Office at Worcester State encompasses the student account side and the one card side. I direct both of those offices, so they both fall under me. Myself, I'm excited to be witnessing the 26th graduation this year of my tenure here at Worcester State so far. Very excited to be here with you to discuss what we do and how we can help the incoming students of Worcester State.
Great. What exactly does student accounts do as it pertains to students?
Sure. We handle all of the billing, payments, payment plans, health insurance waivers, external scholarships, anything that has to do with the financial side of a student account.
Okay. So you just mentioned this. When do fall bills come out, and how does a student even get a bill?
Right. So what happens is after a student comes in for their registration day, they will get a bill probably around mid-July. We don't have an exact date yet, but it will be around mid-July. We do send paper bills to the home address. We also post the bill up on WebAdvisor. So if for some reason the student doesn't get it in the mail, they can always check WebAdvisor. As long as they attended a registration day, they should have a bill.
Great. So that would be webadvisor.worcester.edu. And to log in, you would use that same credentials that you use for your email address. All of your Worcester State login is the same. So you can find it online. Awesome. And if they're in housing, they'll have a housing on that bill as well.
If they've signed their housing contract, they'll have housing and meal plan charges on the bill as well.
Great.
Yep.
So what is an estimated cost worksheet, and how does this help a student prepare for their bill?
The Financial Aid Office has a very helpful tool. The estimated cost worksheet lists the tuition, room, board, health insurance if it's needed, and a student can go through, choose which tuition applies to them, which room applies to them, get a total, use their financial aid award letter that they would have received, subtract anything that's on there, and then come up with, if there is a final balance, what that final balance is as an estimate.
Okay. What if they haven't received a financial aid award letter yet?
Yeah, if they have not received a financial aid award letter by the time the bills come out, they should go make sure that their FAFSA has been completed, go online, make sure that everything's in there. If for some reason it's not complete, we do recommend that a student signs up for a payment plan or does an alternative loan in the meantime so that the bill is covered. If a financial aid award letter comes and covers some or all of that balance, those can always be canceled or adjusted after. But we always like to say, have that there so that you are covered.
Great. Two questions that actually came to mind. So these aren't even on the sheets, but can you tell students a little bit about how the health plan waiver works?
Sure. All students in Massachusetts are charged for health insurance on their bill. The health insurance waiver is available online on all of our web pages, but we do also include it on the billing information sheet. You go online to the insurance company, fill out the waiver with the insurance information on your insurance card if your parents carry insurance or you have insurance through yourself. Then we will get notified that that waiver has been completed, and then we can take the charge off the bill.
Great. And then the other question that I wanted to ask can you talk a little bit more about how the payment plan works?
Sure. The payment plan is a helpful tool for students who either have a gap in their bill between their charges and their financial aid, or just want to make payments instead of paying one big upfront payment. What we like to do is recommend to the students to fill it out for the year, so it gives you 10 even payments. So you would take your yearly gap or your yearly cost and split that into 10 payments. The company that we use is NBS Payments. There is a link on our webpage directly to them that has the Worcester State page that everything's all configured for us. And also it's on our information sheet that comes with the bill.
Great. So we talked about, there's actually already been an episode on financial aid, and we just kind of talked about the payment plan. What are some other ways that students can, I guess, fill the gap that may exist on their bill? Yeah,
there are a lot of alternative loans out there if the resource is unavailable to pay in full at that time. Again, they'll get billed by semester. So the yearly cost will be split between a payment due August, around the first week of August, and then a payment due around the first week of January. If you're unable to come up with those payments at that time, it's either a payment plan or there are a lot of alternative loans out there. There's MIFA, Parent Plus loans. A lot of the banks offer student loans that are in addition to the federal loans. So again, researching that on our web pages, I would recommend doing that ahead of time, just to be able to have that information. So when you do need to go in, you can get it done. It's pretty quick to do any of those. And they get an answer pretty quick, usually within 24 hours.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's a really great turnaround, and we should be able to get something before the beginning of August when the bills are due.
Great. And that I was just going to ask that, when actually is the bill due?
Yeah, it's due around the first week of August. Again, we don't have our definite date, but usually in that time frame.
Sure. Yeah. Great. Well, sorry, that's all the questions that I have. I don't even have the other random ones I want to come up with, because Julie will actually be joining us again later on in the summer, I think right before bills are due. We'll talk again about closing that gap and some other things to keep in mind about student accounts. But as you already know, we do have this magical wheel of questions. So feel free to give it a spin, and then I will ask you said random question.
All right, will do.
Okay. Best view.
Best view.
All right. So best view. What do you feel like is like the best view on campus? Like if you're going to go to a place and you're like just going to like take it all in, like what is that view?
Actually, my favorite view on campus is from the track, looking up at Sheehan Hall and housing all of the, when the hill is all nice and all grown in. I do enjoy walking the track at lunch on a nice day.
Sure.
And looking up and seeing the pod windows, and it's really a great view.
Yeah.
Everywhere on campus is great. It's a beautiful campus.
That is a good view. There's a lot of windows on that side of Sheehan. So awesome. Well, great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Again, my name is Thomas Kelly, Director of Retention here at Worcester State. This has been Julie Carmel, Director of Student Accounts. If you're interested in watching more of our episodes, you can go to youtube.com/Worcester State, and there is a playlist called Welcome to Worcester State. This has been Welcome to Worcester State. Happy Wednesday. Signing off. Thanks for joining us. Bye.